Hello, welcome you all to Team 2. Today is the 30th meetup of Team 2. What is Team 2? We all know communication and leadership are the key skills for job in the corporate world. The objective of Team 2 is to promote communication, collaboration, public speaking, social and leadership skills. Why Team 2? Through Team 2, we're connecting new generation. Team 2 is for collaboration. There are lots of experience within the group itself for higher studies or jobs. You can get guidance. People within the community can help each other. Team 2 is for communication. We have a planned approach for communication and skill development with projects. Team 2 is for leadership. We're interacting with leaders as guest speakers to our sessions and provide a chance for discussing with them. So set aside an hour every weekend for self development. We have two streams at present, technology stream and communication stream. So please join and grow with us. Today we have two guest speakers. Talk by a young talented student writer and leader Mr. Amir P. and another talk by a consortium partner Progress Card Overseas Educational Consultants. Thank you.
Thank you, Anand. I'll call Ms. Dia to invite to give some introduction about the first speaker, Mr. Amir.
Our first speaker is Mr. Amir P. Mr. Amir is a final year student at Panimalar Engineering College, Chennai. He is also working at Tiger Analytics as a data engineering intern. His hobby is writing books and publishing them on Amazon Kindle, and he is a juvenile fiction writer. He has done podcasts on career development and motivational talks in LinkedIn and Spotify. He also got nominated for the finals of Jagan Josh Season 2 for the Most Promising Literary Talent category. Today, he is going to give us a talk on placement, career, and college life. Sir, we are honored to have you here with us. Over to you.
Well, thanks a lot. Thanks for that awesome intro, Hanan and Dia. So, a very good evening to one and all present over here. First of all, I would like to thank Ashraf sir and Team to Talk organization for providing me with this opportunity to interact with you all. So yeah, I'm Amir P from Panimal Engineering College, pursuing my bachelor's degree in the stream of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Currently, I'm doing my final year. I got placed in Tiger Analytics as a data engineer. I'm working as an intern currently. So apart from this, I published 15 books so far, out of which 13 books are kids books. We have a team to upload projects, knowledge stuff, etc. on YouTube. I have a podcasting channel where I post the recordings of career placement, etc. So I guess that's enough of my intro. So let's dive into our topic now. So I hope all your college students are here. So to begin with, I would like to start with the foremost thing, which is the resume. Okay. So what makes a resume perfect is have a profile picture in your resume. It's not mandatory, but I prefer having a profile picture in your resume attracts a recruiter because the haircut thing and the trimmed beard, etc., makes a good appearance to the recruiter. So the next thing is have a title below your name. For example, if you're a civil engineer or a mechanical engineer, whatever is based on a degree, just have a title. Yeah, moment. Yeah, okay, sir. So the next thing, these things should be in the header. So the next thing is on the left hand side, have your contact information. For example, your phone number, email, social media accounts like LinkedIn, GitHub, etc. So below that, you can have your work skills. You can mention C, C++, embedded, and what are your work skills. This is based on the skills which you're confident on. Below that,
Hello. Are you sharing?
Yeah, you want me to do?
Yeah, you can. If you want, you can share.
Okay.
It's up to you. I mean, if you want to switch on the camera for some time and then off, and then if you want to share anything, you can do there as well.
Yeah, okay, so So I hope you can see my resume over here. So the right hand side, I'm having the professional summary. I hope it's clear.
Yes.
So you can just have some description like I am an electronics communication engineer interested in IT sector, keen learner and a consistent performer and things like that. So the next thing of the right hand side should be your education. So this thing should be like it should start from your latest degree. For example, if you have completed your bachelor's as your last degree, that should come at the first. And make a point that you highlight the percentages and CGPAs. So why is the resume very important is the first round be a screening round from the recruiters. So after screening the round, you will get your test link for your tests. Okay. So this is what I said. Your left hand side should have work skills, um, personal qualities. Work skills can be like C, Python, data science, blogging, or whatever. And your personal qualities can be like interpersonal skills. For example, if you're good at teamwork, leadership, and all these things. So languages, it's good to have one language extra apart from English and your native language, because what makes you superior is if you have one additional language, it would be an advantage for the company to talk with the clients. So I think that's a good thing to have. So experience, since you all are freshers, uh, you can just add your internships itself. So my suggestion is have one technical internship and one non-technical internship, because you don't get much questions for whatever you put in. So if it's a technical one, make sure you're confident about the subject. Okay. So a resume should last only for 2 pages, not more than that. Okay. So the next thing is projects. So projects, I would suggest have one team project and a individual project. Okay. So team project also mention like what you are working, because most technical interviews are just based on your projects. That's all. Okay. So next is workshops. Workshops, you can add any one or two. You may get questions, you may not get questions, but add which things which you're confident on. Next is the certifications thing. So certifications, you can do whatever, like you can add like maximum of 3 certifications is enough. So with whatever you're confident on, okay, add those things. Next thing is co-curricular activities. These things are like related to academics. For example, if you have presented a paper, if you have volunteered somewhere, or if you have gone for a conference, all these things. And next thing, extracurricular activities, because the recruiter should not feel like you're a nerd. You always keep studying. You should have some extracurricular activities like you have participated in so and so, and I've got some awards like I have participated in basketball. I've got an award for that. I have taken part in essay writing and I won in that. Things like that. So all these are more important. So after the screening round, you will get your um, yeah, test link. So test link is what you have to do is you have to prepare for mathematical ability. That's the first and the foremost question. Next is verbal, and you have also reasoning. So these three are mandatory in any company you go for. But if you want an additional package, learn pseudocode. Okay, learn pseudocode, learn networking, learn cloud. Companies like Accenture go for pseudocode because the package is like 4.5 and 5.6. And if you ask me any one thing, if I get a job, go for coding, because Infosys just hires a people for just coding. If you have coding knowledge, you can go for it. And what kind of languages do I learn? C, C++, Java is mandatory. And if you're going for companies like Infosys, Java or Python, that's what they keenly see to recruit you. Okay. So the next thing is, even if you know coding alone, you will get companies like Virtusa also. They're hiring even good coders. So if you want for more packages, you have to go for more. So the next thing is group discussions. You may have this, you may not have this, but when you go for a group discussion, make sure that you give more number of points, because the recruiter, your name should get registered to the recruiter to make your job more getting it easily. So make sure you give too many points and make sure you're confident on. Okay. So technical interviews would be like mostly from your domain. If you're a mechanical engineer, you'll have mechanical questions. If you're an electronics engineer, you'll have electronic questions. If you're a computer science student, you'll have OOPS, you'll have Python, you'll have C, all these things, data structures, and so on. So, but most technical interviews sometimes talk about your project. So that's the most easiest thing if you ask me, because if you go for projects, you can talk whatever you want. You know very well what you've done. Excuse me. So, so you can just talk about your projects. So during my technical interviews, I faced even the first one, I faced even the second one. But if you ask from my preference, working in MNCs, it's like they'll give you a domain. You can't choose your own domain. So I wanted to go for data science. But when I cleared Cognizant, when I cleared emphasis, when I cleared Infosys, every domain was given by them, which was I didn't have the option to choose. So since my career was needed to be in data science, I chose Tiger Analytics. And since I lacked some SQL skills, I've given data engineer role. So the thing is, make sure you have your line of this thing, because most people get fed up with their job because they didn't dream of their job, or they're working in a role that which they're not completely interested on. So that's what is making fed up with the job. So just go with your line of interest now itself. Do you want to become a .NET developer? Do you want to become a Java application developer? Choose your interest, and then make sure that whichever company get placed on, make sure that you get your domain. Okay. So the next thing is HR interview. Most people know that HR interview is just a friendly interview. It'll just go on like however you want. Very easily it'll go on. You'll just need to give your self intro. You just need to talk with the HR really well. It'll be like 5 to 10 minutes, and that's all. You'll get placed. So most people have the question, what should I talk in a self intro? So that's really easy. Just greet the recruiter. Then you can go with thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm pursuing it in so and so institution and under this domain. Currently, I'm doing my final year. Then you have to say where I reside in, and you would be ready to relocate yourself for the company's vacancy. Then you can just add something like this. During my school days, I was fond of physics and doing projects which has pushed me to the field of engineering. And you can also talk a few things about your family. We are four in a family. They supported my interest and motivated me. So after that, you can also like tell why did you choose engineering, like 2 or 3 points. I wanted to bring my virtual thoughts into reality, so I started working towards it. Or I want to develop my creative thinking, things like that. And next thing, what you have to go is you have to just be like innovative to rebuild the society, something like that. I believe that we can help the society even if the world is damaged. We innovate and we have a good brain to rebuild our society, something like that. Talking favorable to the engineering team. Then you come to your domain thing. I would like to work in your company as a software engineer to gain more knowledge about things like that. And the next thing is you have to go with some interpersonal things like I'm good at communication, time management, self-confident person who sees the positivity even in the worst situations. Okay. And the last thing is, as I said, it'll make your profile nerd. So you have to just also have some extracurricular activities apart from academics. So you can just say, apart from this, I would like to play cricket, so listen to music in my free time. I hang out with friends, and that's all. And you have to just thank the person for listening to you so on. Okay, and you have to ask them if you have any questions. I'm ready to answer. So okay, so this is something about a self intro. So some if you're trying to apply outside your college, sometimes you will have like writing a cover letter. So this is really tough thing for a fresher to write a cover letter. So companies like Apple, Barclays will need a cover letter to upload sorry to apply it through their portal. So how to write a cover letter is put the date at the top, then you mention the team, Apple hiring team or Barclays hiring team, to whichever location you're writing to, Chennai, Hyderabad, Noida, whatever. Then you just greet the person, dear sir or madam. I'm writing this letter to apply for the post of data scientist or machine learning engineer in your STEAM organization. Then you just say that I have a self-learning practice under this technology. I'm confident as a fresher, I gain more knowledge. This would be your first paragraph for a cover letter. Then the next thing is you have to talk about your experience. I worked as a data engineer, data scientist under the Sparks Foundation. I've also completed 45. Okay, just to make your role, you have some experience for the current role. Then you have to mention like what kind of works you have done as a data scientist or something. For data scientist means like I have performed statistical analysis on data. I have also brought the insights of the statistics. I have a good knowledge of Python programming language and basic SQL skills. I have done basic projects and had desirable outputs as well. So these things. The next thing is you have to talk about yourself. I live in Chennai, currently doing my bachelor's degree in ECE department. I'm currently doing my final year, and I would be available to work from whatever June, July 2022. So work samples is also really important over here, guys. So if you have your GitHub profile, you can also give them because it's through online. So just give them your GitHub profile. If in case you're doing like hardware projects, take a video of it and upload it in YouTube because it would be a good thing for you. So yeah. So if you want, you can just browse my name in Google You'll find the Amazon books, my LinkedIn profile, and things like that. So any questions? I think correctly I've spoken for 15 minutes. So any questions, guys? Hello? Yeah, okay, sure. So the writings was, my first writing was useful articles and thoughts. So this writing habit started from the age of 8, but as most people suffer, we don't have a proper guidance to come up. So during the age of 8, as every parent said, concentrate on studies, we'll do writing afterwards. So then slowly it started. Um, I started going to competitions like JPR Institute of Technology, JPR Engineering College, and yeah, also Panimala Institute of Technology. So these colleges I went in, I just gave my essay writings. So it was like I was everything getting like first place, second place, third place. This was the writing criteria which I was facing. So then it was COVID time and I had no work to do. So slowly I just started publishing a book like useful articles and thoughts. For the first 5 to 6 months, it was like I didn't get even a single book sold. So it was like quite demotivating. Yeah. Um, then I ran a free promotion like for 5 days. Then the book was at its pitch, really good. Now it's in bestsellers ranking still. Not bestsellers, it's an Amazon sales rank. Okay, so it's an Amazon sales rank. So that book was afterwards. If you wrote type Amir space P in Google, it was showing like Goodreads. Goodreads used to show useful articles and thoughts book writer. So after that, I started with the motivational leaders like Elon Musk sir, Jack Ma sir, MS Dhoni sir. So people like them. I used to get engaged to seeing such personalities. So I just wrote a book about them and some instance of that motivational thing which I get. So motivation, it's like it's a tonic you need to get every day to push yourself up. So then that book was not so powerful to me. Like it didn't move on really well because you get these things and even in Google, you get these things even in Wikipedia. So the book was not going really well. So quite down. So like around 4 to 5 months, I didn't write anything. Then afterwards, I started writing child fiction books with deep morals, very short stories. Like it used to be like 100 to 150 words, maximum of 200 words each story. And I started publishing them, and it got peaked really well because children were like grabbing the books. To be honest, it was really going really well. Then I started like 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's still in 13 editions. So far, 13 editions got published. Short stories with deep morals, and the age group is like from 4 years to 12 years. So, any other questions, guys?
Okay. Anybody, any questions? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Amir, for your useful session. Anyway, we are recording your session and then, probably people can listen, offline as well.
Yeah. Okay. So, thank you.